From Troy, the winds take me and my men to Ismarus, the city of Kincoons. We stay there, but then Kincoons turned on us and attacked. We lost 6 men per ship. Then we went to the land of the Lotus Eaters. There we lost all of our thoughts to go home, but then when I snapped out of it, I dragged all of my men back to the ship and locked them to leave the island. Eventually we got to the land of the Cyclopses. We came up to a cave filled with sheep and cheese. The Cyclop returned and it was Polyphemus. I then had an idea to execute him. The next day, when Polyphemus was taking care of his sheep, I found a wooden staff and hardened it with fire to kill him with. Polyphemus then asked what my name is, and I responded by saying that my name is Nobody. The neighbors asked if anyone was killing him, and Polyphemus said, "Nobody is killing me." Me and my men escaped the cave. Then Polyphemus prayed to his father Poseidon, and he heard.
Who's killing me? What's your name?
Who's killing you, Polyphemus?
Nobody's killing me. Poseidon, I seek revenge.
We sailed from the land of the Cyclopses to the home of Aeolus. He presents me with the bag containing all of the winds. In 10 days we saw Ithaca, but my shipmates didn't trust me, so they opened the bag thinking that it was gold. When we went to the land of the giant cannibals, we fled back to our ships. Then we went to Aiae, home of Circe. She turned my men into pigs, and Hermes approached me. He told me to eat a herb so I wouldn't turn into a pig. So turned my shipmates back into humans. We overpowered Circe with my shipmates being turned back into men. Then we lived with Circe for about a year, but my men persuaded me to get back on the ship and continue the voyage home. Circe's for a way back home, and she tells me that I have to sail to Hades to speak with the spirit of Tiresias. I then figured out that my youngest shipmate got drunk, and he slept on the roof and broke his neck. We boarded the ship and went off.
It's really windy!
I'm a pig.
I'm a pig.
We went to Hades, and I myself traveled to the river of the ocean to pour the liberations and perform the sacrifices Circe instructed me to do to attract the souls of the dead. The first soul was my shipmate that died while breaking his neck sleeping on Circe's roof. Then I spoke with Tiresias, who tells me that Poseidon is punishing me and my men because we killed his son Polyphemus. He tells me my fate, that I will return home and reclaim my wife and palace, and then make another trip to a distant land to satisfy Poseidon. He warns me not to touch the flocks of the sun. Then we reach the land of Thrinacia, or we won't return home without suffering. I spoke with my mother, Anticle, who tells me the affair is in Ithaca, and she died of grief waiting for my return to home. Circe describes the obstacles I will face to my voyage home and how to manage them. As I set sail, I tell Circe's advice to my men. When we then approach the island of the Sirens, and I plug my men's ears with beeswax as I told by Circe. We had to navigate the rivers between Sicilia and Cabrdus. Sicilia is a 6-headed monster who swallows sailors, each for 1 head. Cabrdus is a huge whirlpool that will swallow the entire ship. Then we go to Thrinacia. Euryculus persuades the other shipmates to disobey my orders and slaughters the cattle of the sun. He was really stupid. He sends Zeus to punish us. Right after, when we left Thrycia, Zeus summoned a storm that destroys the ship. Odysseus loses faith in the gods and believes that he's going to be punished due to all of the misleading thoughts that he made and the bad actions that he did throughout the Odyssey.
Why are you here?
Zeus says that you are holding Odysseus. You should let him free to his home and let him see his beloved ones.
You gods are scandalous when a goddess sleeps with a mortal, but since there is no other god that can prevent the actions of Zeus, I'll send him off.
Release him at once, steer clear of the rage of Zeus.
I am willing to send you off at last. I will give you these tools.
A passage home? Surely not. You're plotting something else.
Ah, what a wicked man you are. I will never plot some new intrigue to harm you. Still eager to leave at once and hurry back to your beloved native lands, only if you knew the pains you will have in this journey.
Don't be mad at me. I know that you're right, but I have suffered much in this travel home.
How the gods change their minds about Odysseus. I'll give that man his fill of trouble.
Oh, I'm such a wretched man. This is it. My death is imminent.
Ah, poor man. Strip off those clothes and leave your craft and swim for it now. Strike out with your arms for landfall there. Face and land. Here, take the scarf, tie it around your waist. It is immoral. But once you grasp the mainland with your hands, untie it quickly, throw it into the sea.
I fear another immortal is using a trap on me. I'll hold out abroad her and take a whipping. Once the breakers smash my craft to pieces, then I'll swim.
Go after all you've suffered. Rove your miles of sea.
Worse and worse. The end is in sight. I see no way. If I die, my struggles are all of waste. Hear me, Lord, whoever you are. Rescue me from the sea. Is this the end? I'm tired, about to breathe my last breath, but what if I go for the dark woods and sleep? I fear that the wild beast will drag me off.